3 coplanar points, and bam, there's the radius of the Earth.
On the level.
The way I phrase it is a monument to the curvature of the Earth. It really is.
Level.
It really is.
Level.
And bam, there's the radius of the Earth.
Do you agree that horizontal lines are parallel to the horizon?
I guess based on what you said, I have to say no.
All horizontals are parallel to each other, right? There's not only one horizontal. I mean, you can put a horizontal wherever you want, can't you? Like, you can lift a level up and down and doing all of that, but when it's in that horizontal position, all parallel.
So you're saying all horizontals from my position are parallel to the horizon?
Now I'm saying all horizontals are always parallel to the horizon, which would make all horizontals parallel to each other. Would it not?
Sure, on a plane, absolutely.
Brilliant. So if we can't prove that horizontals intersect, what would that imply?
That would imply we lived on a plane.
Brilliant. Can you prove that horizontals intersect?
I believe Soundly has, and I'm not a surveyor, so I wouldn't leave it to the professional. You do?
Okay. And do you think a surveyor might think that horizontals intersect?
Absolutely.
Can you say that again?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I thought you said.
Okay.
Just curiously, can they both connect and not connect? Intersect and not intersect?
Not if you extend them.
No, I guess what I mean is if there's a test out there that shows they don't intersect, then is that like the black swan of the argument?
So how do you see the horizon then?
Two lines parallel to a plane can intersect each other as long as they're not parallel also with each other, right?
Yeah, but your major complaint was there's problems with the definitions, and I said, what is the problems with the definitions? You've chosen to talk about the definition of a point. You haven't brought up any other concerns about definitions, and what you're saying, the way you would, not that it matters, but the way you would, in quotation marks, redefine it is exactly the way it's defined by Euclid.
I don't know if you could say that.
Okay, well, make your case.
I mean, I guess it's just up to personal preference. I just think it's vague.
It's not personal
preference.
It's defined fine if you understand the words, dude. Come on.
Well, how come nobody uses that definition?
It doesn't matter if anybody uses it. Your argument was that it's not clear. It is clear. I don't care if only one person in the world uses it. Now you want to move the goalposts about how many people use it. Who fucking cares? You initially started by saying it's not clear.
I don't think it's clear, and I think it's the reason it's not used is because it's not clear. If it was clear,
That's what you think. That's what you think. It doesn't matter what you or I think. It's still a clear definition.
I think by proof that it's not used in any modern textbooks by anyone. I've never seen it used ever.
Okay, I'll remember this conversation with you when you want to start talking about fucking people hanging balls in a shed and measuring shadows.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I just interject here? Have you ever read Euclid at all?
Yeah. I mean,
right. So at step one is the definitions. Now, the first definition, what is that? 50, please.
Oh, yeah, I totally remember that one. That's, I don't know, Bev. off the top of my head. Give me a break. I just said
This is an axiomatic system, probably the finest in the world ever.
Oh, yeah, the finest in the world.
Right, yeah. And it starts with definitions. The first definition is that of a point.
I think you mean axioms.
No. Before the axioms becomes the definitions. You can't build upon anything unless you define your terms at the very beginning. And considering Euclidean geometry is an axiomatic system, it starts with a point. A point is that of which has no parts. It's nothing. From that nothing initial start, you define all of your terms. Then you go through the postulates,
Hold on, let me stop you there. So we're
axioms,
using
and then
nothing.
you go through the
We're using-
propositions to prove everything that you've just stated earlier.
We need to do another
We're
geometry
using
video.
nothing to prove everything. That's a bit weird.
I know. That's where you start.
That doesn't-
You start at
Light
the
bulb,
beginning.
go off.
You start with nothing. I think that'd be a silent one, right?
Flat
No,
Earth
he's trying to
Day.
speak, but you're all speaking. Shut up.
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup. Yeah.
That's
Might
pretty
check.
intelligent.
hope-
Say that again.
I hope
think
you.
might
I
need
hope
to
you
turn you
brought some.
Tonight? No, I
It's
didn't.
polite. It's polite to come bearing gifts.
When I come to the UK, I'll smuggle in that 4-liter bottle. It'll hurt.
Yeah.
I'm Canadian. I like maple syrup.
You're not allowed to be Canadian if you don't. I don't think.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know any.
Can't be
I know
that
people who've
fake
never had it.
Jemima shit. It has to be real maple syrup.
Is your mic broke?
No, you can't hear me.
Sounds a
Ev,
bit.
can't hear me.
Sounds a bit fuzzy.
You're
He
quite
must be
quiet.
He must be way up north.
I can
I'll
hear
turn
you.
it up.
Way far away.
You're pretty north.
Let me turn that up a minute. Hang on.
Are you in Canada?
Northern Ontario.
Oh my God. Sorry to
That's
hear
why it
that.
sounds like you're very far away.
Sorry to hear
Where are
that.
you?
He's in the province. He's in the province that thinks they're the center of the universe. That's the
No,
problem.
that's only Toronto.
No, that's all of Ontario. Good try. Good try.
No,
French Canadian.
far enough away
or
from Toronto.
Uh-oh.
American Canadian.
We're going to get into Canadian Civil War here.
He's the French type DP. I'm
So
sure.
is he? Uh-huh.
So you're from Alberta, I'm guessing.
How'd you guess that?
Am I right?
You're right.
Is that because people from Alberta can be a bit of an arse every now and again?
No, we're like the Texas
Alberta
of
gave us
Canada.
money for the last 80 years.
Yeah,
The rest of the
with
country money for the last 80 years, and we just took it.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
I think it's more even now. I'm in behind an accident, so
Oh.
there might be police in a second. I might have to not talk. But, not in a second. That's
No worries.
But I'll go on mute.
That's all right. Just what an interesting day it's been.
So has he just come to listen then? If he's just going on?
No, he's in. There's an accident. So.
Well, I can tell you how that logical statement doesn't make any sense, and then the DP can correct me if you want.
Go for it.
Right, all right, let's get it up.
Floor is yours, Bane.
So it's if A is parallel to B, then A is also parallel to A, and B is parallel to B. Correct? According to the statement, anyway.
Yeah, says it on the t-shirt. That's what it says on the t-shirt.
Okay, so first of all, we wouldn't call a point A, or sorry, a line A. Points we call A or B. So we'd say line AB is parallel to line BC or similar.
Yeah, if it
So
was
a point
parallel,
can't be-
it'd have to be a line, though, wouldn't it? Or a plane, right? It couldn't
Right,
be a
which is
point
why it
because it'd be absolutely moronic to write point A is parallel to point B because you can't have a point parallel to a point. So that counts
Yeah,
out, right?
Yeah, it would be moronic to write that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Did I miss
And
anything?
also,
Mm.
a line is not parallel to itself. That would also be foolish.
Would it?
So that's it. So if A was a line, like you're saying, then A can't be parallel to itself. A line isn't parallel to itself. So now
Right.
DP can correct me, or Bev can, I guess. I don't care. Floor is yours.
Well, right. Because it's a logical statement that I made up for a T-shirt. Well, sort of a mathematical / logical statement that I made up for a T-shirt. Doesn't necessarily have to be that precise because, it's a T-shirt. But, I mean, if you want us to walk you through it, my thinking anyway, it says if A is parallel to B, that's your stipulation, right? If A is parallel to B, then A would be parallel to A, because if your starting stipulation is that if A is parallel to B, then no matter where you placed A, with the stipulation being that it must be parallel to B, then it would always be parallel to wherever you placed A. So A would always be parallel to the position that any other A would be in, because the stipulation is that it is if it is parallel to B. See? And then that goes the same with B, because if B is the stipulation it has to be parallel to A, as in the first statement, if A is parallel to B, then they would work like that. But really,
So there's multiple A's and B's?
yeah, it would be classed as a straight line, wouldn't it?
Not necessarily. You didn't say the lines are straight. It doesn't matter as long as they're parallel, right?
Yeah.
I'm not arguing that if A and B are lines and they're parallel,
Yeah.
like you say, then they're parallel. But A is not parallel to A unless there's multiple A's. Is that what you're saying? And multiple.
Yeah. Can you see anywhere in that theoretical statement where it did stipulate that there is only one A? Or did you sort of imply that yourself?
Yeah, because I've never seen any geometry ever done, first of all, with a
You've
line
never
just
seen that before.
A.
Like I said, I made that up. There is A's and parallel lines, which is a mathematical statement, and then there is the if then logical statement thing, and the logical statement thing. So there's a mix of all sorts. Like I said, it's just for a T-shirt. But what it is really, you see, this is the kicker, right? It was made because we thought it'd look cool, but we thought, it might just work out to be like a little fishing thing, like a little throwing out a little teaser, because that initial statement, right, is just to get you in the mood for you understanding parallel lines, because the main one is this next one, is where it says if the horizontal, like, because what we do is we swap A and B now and we do a nice little switch. If horizontal is parallel to the horizon, then horizontal is parallel to horizontals, right? So if all horizontals are parallel to the horizon, that gives them a fixed position to be parallel to, which means by logical statement that all horizontals are parallel to each other, right? There's not only one horizontal. I mean, you can put a horizontal wherever you want, can't you? Like, you can lift a level up and down and doing all of that, but when it's in that horizontal position, all parallel.
So you're saying all horizontals from my position are parallel to the horizon?
Now I'm saying all horizontals are always parallel to the horizon, which would make all horizontals parallel to each other. Would it not?
Sure, on a plane, absolutely.
Brilliant. So if we can't prove that horizontals intersect, what would that imply?
That would imply we lived on a plane.
Brilliant. Can you prove that horizontals intersect?
I believe Soundly has, and I'm not a surveyor, so I wouldn't leave it to the professional. You do?
Okay. And do you think a surveyor might think that horizontals intersect?
Absolutely.
Can you say that again?
Yes, absolutely.
That's what I thought you said.
Okay.
Just curiously, can they both connect and not connect? Intersect and not intersect?
Not if you extend them.
No, I guess what I mean is if there's a test out there that shows they don't intersect, then is that like the black swan of the argument?
Well, in 3D space, I think there can be two lines that aren't parallel that intersect.
See, what's that?
So yeah, in a 3D space, there can be two lines that aren't parallel but don't intersect.
Straight lines?
Lines that aren't parallel that don't intersect. No shit, Sherlock.
Correct.
That's not what he asked you.
What I mean, sorry, say that again.
That's
There
my
can be
answer.
an example of straight lines that
Straight lines
aren't
that-
parallel, that
And
don't
don't
intersect.
intersect.
Well, that's what the definition of a
In
parallel
3D
line
space,
is, a line that doesn't intersect with another one ever. Continually
Right.
extended, it will never touch it, right? So how can you have a line that isn't parallel that never touches? I mean, that's surely
3D
that's
space.
backwards logic.
That's exactly what he did. He took what God's asked him, backward engineered it, and gave you a load of bullshit.
Well, we exist in space, DP. No, do we not?
Of course we do.
Okay, so that's why two lines that aren't parallel still not intersect in 3D
But that's
space.
not what he asked you, is it?
Okay, so if you're asking, are you asking two lines on the same plane? Or in
Yes, of
space?
course.
Okay, so two lines on the same plane that are parallel don't intersect, correct?
And never will intersect.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
you've just
But
contradicted
are we
yourself.
talking about a piece of paper, or are we talking
You've just
about in reality?
contradicted yourself.
Well, what do you mean a piece of paper, or in reality a piece of paper is not reality?
We were talking about surveying, right?
Okay, so can a surveyor create a
Well,
horizontal
no,
plane?
we were just talking about parallel lines and horizontals. Like he injected surveyors
Right.
in here.
But no, I didn't.
We didn't mention surveyors, did we? You
The
mentioned
gentleman
you
who's
not
speaking did.
being a surveyor. I think I can remember. And then
Yes, I did.
yeah, so why are you talking about surveyors? Like, other than you mentioning
Because
that you're
somebody
not a surveyor.
asked. Oh, I might have said surveyors would show lines that don't intersect, correct? Or sorry, that horizontals do intersect. Yeah, I might have said that.
How would
do
you
you
know
know-
that?
This is crazy, though. Do you know what the definition of horizontal lines is?
Okay. So, are we talking about Earth though? We're talking about in reality, right?
We're talking about horizontal lines.
I get you.
So there's a definition out there, right, of what horizontal lines are. Would you agree? Okay. Do you want to pull up a definition of what horizontal lines are?
Don't be silly. he won't
Well,
pull up
we're
himself
talking
in.
about parallel lines.
I'm
Or
getting
parallel?
a few of them.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant to say parallel lines.
But we were also talking about lines that aren't parallel, that don't have to intersect in
No, you were.
space.
You were.
Yeah.
You were, as an obfuscation to the question that you were asked.
So if we're talking about parallel lines on a, no, they will never intersect. If we're talking about parallel lines in space, they will also never intersect. But there can be lines in space that aren't parallel that will never intersect.
While it's
So
quiet,
is that
I'll
too
while it's
thorough
quiet.
of an answer?
No, I'll just say, but while it's quiet, thanks everyone for actually being civil.
It's about to go sideways, Emma, so hold on to your hat.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't started yet.
There's no need. It's fine.
I'm just curious why he listens to WS's bullshit, because WS has obviously pushed him to be here to confront
It's a
Bev
miracle.
on a logic statement that was a T-shirt design that is.
We've still not got down to the main fact, right? Are you going to deny that horizontal lines aren't parallel to the horizon, or that horizontal lines aren't parallel to each other? Like, which one of those two statements troubles you the most?
Horizontal lines from my position are horizontal to the horizon, are parallel to the horizon. I agree with that.
So horizontal lines from where you are parallel to the horizon.
My horizon.
They are for me too. So horizontal lines are parallel to the horizon, right? We're establishing that, right? So a straight line that is parallel to another straight line. Would you agree with that statement?
Sorry, a parallel line is. Sorry, ask it again, please.
We are saying that the horizontal line is parallel to the horizon from your position.
Yeah.
Right, now, a horizontal line is a straight line.
Yep.
Okay. Now, they are parallel to the horizon. Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Now, the horizon is a straight line, and I have a horizon which is a straight line. Right? So that's the same straight line, is it?
No.
What? So, the horizon isn't a straight line?
Correct.
But how can you have a horizontal that's parallel to a straight, like a not straight? Like, I don't understand. Please explain that. You've just gone back on yourself. You did say
the horizon is a circle.
But that how can you have a horizontal straight line parallel to a circle? I mean, that doesn't sound right, does it? I mean, geometrically. Surely a straight line would have to be parallel to another straight line in order for it to not intersect, surely.
I guess I'm considering the horizon the plane that intersects the sphere.
Okay, right. So let's go back again then, right? So let's start again. I
guess you're right. Sorry.
Do you agree?
It's not hard.
Do you agree that horizontal lines are parallel to the horizon?
I guess based on what you said, I have to say no.
No, but have you
have
have
to,
a look in the debate discussion and just have a read, please, of all of those definitions of horizontal.
He's driving, Bev.
We're talking about the horizon. We're talking about the horizon, Bev, not
a horizontal. Yeah, no, we're talking about horizontal parallel to the plane
So-
of the horizon, right? Parallel
So even
to.
on a flat Earth.
No,
Sorry.
this is just in the dictionary, right?
Right.
In a dictionary,
Where-
in reality, right? So we're using real dictionaries with real definitions that have been put in the dictionary because they are reality, right? Or the considered reality of the majority of the people. They want this definition in the dictionary because it as closely resembles to them what the meaning of the word is. So the meaning of the word horizontal, even in mathematics, is that it is parallel to the plane of the horizon.
The plane of the horizon, yes. That's what I agree with. That's what I said, the plane of the horizon.
Okay. Yes.
But the horizon is not a line, right? It's a circle.
No, it's a plane. We've just established that. It is on a plane.
It is on a plane, yes. It's a circle on a plane.
Sorry?
The horizon is a circle on a plane.
All the way round you.
Yes.
So the bit so let's imagine 3 points on the horizon, all at like say 120 degrees in between each of them. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right? And you join all of those lines up. Would you be coplanar? Would they all be on like a horizontal plane?
Yes.
With you in the middle?
Yes.
Now, seeing as considering you're on a horizontal plane, at each of those points where you just put your points and made your triangle, could you drop a vertical plumb bob, and would it be perpendicular to each of those points on that horizontal plane that you've just established?
Am I dropping the plumb bob from where I am or at those 3 points?
At the point. You could just establish the horizontal plane across those 3 points.
Okay. So
Boom, boom,
at
boom.
those 3 plates, if we drop a plumb bob,
Yep.
are they...
Drop
they,
3.
Yes,
Drop
they
3
are
plumb bobs.
vertical.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Drop 3 plumb
Got
bobs
echo.
at each of the 3
Yeah,
points.
they would be vertical at those 3 points, yes.
And they would be perpendicular to the horizontal plane established by the 3 points of the triangle, right?
No.
What?
Well, it depends. It depends. Most likely not.
Hmm.
Are we talking about on Earth again, or
You seem very... Well, we're just talking geometrically in the plane that you made with 3 points. In reality, like, because that's what we were doing.
But problem with that is I'm thinking in reality again. I'm actually standing not on that plane.
Are you not?
Right.
Well, why were you describing it as a plane then? And why did you say
No,
that you thought the horizontal would be parallel to the plane of the horizon? Why did you say that if you didn't actually think you were on a plane? What are you talking about?
I'm not on that plane. So if the line
We just
is
established
parallel,
3 points at 120 degree position all the way around you. Established
Bev, we're
a
having
plane,
pretty
a
nice
horizontal
discussion,
plane.
right?
Yeah.
Bev, we're having a pretty nice discussion,
Yes.
honestly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you let me answer, please?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just trying to stop you from making a mistake, but okay, carry on.
We have to let them make the mistake.
Yeah. He'll think about it a little bit more
or
now,
answer
though.
the question.
Yeah, go on.
No. The horizon is a plane. I am not on the horizon. I'm on a different plane. And if you want to call it the bulge above the plane, that's where I am. Those 3 points are coplanar, but they're not coplanar with me. And we know that because, as we know, the horizon, there's a drop to the horizon no matter where we are. Which means
How do you measure that drop?
Theodolite would be good. OnTheLevel would do it. It's using protractors.
That's wrong.
You do it in Boy Scouts or something.
Have you seen anyone demonstrate that?
You could
The
use a
PR
level.
line?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait,
Who is that?
I think that was
well,
running on Jose's
he's going a bit too far here, right? Don't. We're talking about a horizontal, right? Now, you've just said there's a drop. So, is there a drop from the horizontal, or are you imagining the horizontal drops?
Well, I don't know that I necessarily like to call it a drop because it is level, right? I mean,
Yeah,
if you want to think
we're
about it
talking
that way, I
about the
guess
horizontal, right? Where is the drop? Because the horizontal, like
sorry.
we've just established, it's a plane and it is
The
a
horizon,
straight
not
line. The
horizon.
horizontal is a straight line.
No, we're talking about the horizon, aren't we? Or
Yeah, it's parallel to the plane of the horizon. Horizontal, parallel
right.
to the plane of the horizon. Right? So it's a straight line and it is parallel to the plane of the horizon. Now, where is the drop that you're imagining, please?
If we want to call it drop, it's everywhere.
From the horizontal, or is the horizontal dropping?
Well, if you want to say the horizontal plane from our feet to the to the horizon plane, it would be in every direction.
Horizontal.
So I'm sort of picturing myself on a desert island, 1 square meter, right? Barely any elevation, and I'm looking out in all directions at the calm sea that would never in reality happen.
Okay.
Right, with no tide. So we're talking about a perfect scenario. Yeah, I'm on a slightly different plane than that horizon.
Yeah, by the amount of land vertically above the water level,
And
a plane parallel to that, though, right?
Yeah, the 2 planes are parallel. Yes.
Okay.
The horizon plane will be parallel with the plane I'm saying.
Right. Yes. Okay. Now, where's the drop?
In all directions.
From the horizontal. You've just said the horizontal is a plane parallel from your feet. So where is the drop?
I don't understand how you want me to answer this, Bev. In every direction from my feet, all 360 degrees, not even.
You just said it's a plane. Yeah, you stood
there's
on
2
a
planes.
plane. Yeah. Where does the drop occur on a plane?
The drop doesn't occur on the plane. The drop is between the plane I'm standing on, the surface of the Earth connected to the horizon.
That's the plane.
No?
Yeah, it's the plane of the horizon, right?
The plane of the horizon, yes.
Yeah, and the plane that you're stood on is a plane parallel to that plane of the horizon. Yes. Where is the drop?
And if I stand on a mountain now, if I'm on or let's say a tower in the middle of the ocean, I'm 100 feet up.
Yeah, you're 100 feet elevation or 100 feet altitude from the sea level. So you are on a plane 100 feet, but 100 feet vertically, but parallel to the plane of the horizon.
Correct. And if you're on the floor below me, you'd be on a different plane, also parallel to me.
Yeah.
Also parallel to your horizon and my horizon.
Yes. All plane parallel.
And if Emma's on the floor below that, same thing. And DP, same thing.
All horizontal planes will be parallel to the horizon.
Who's my fellow Canadian here? Was that Rakia? No, eh?
No. What, you want some support, you think?
Yeah.
No, I just want to know who the people I'm talking to. I know your voice, I know DP's voice, and I know Emma's voice. I don't know the other gentleman's voice.
Why does it matter? Concentrate on the subject in hand.
Plane parallel. We're all on a parallel plane to that of the horizon. Yes.
Yeah. We're all.
I just want to take a second to say
almost everything.
Back off, whoever that is.
Oh, hang on. What's going on?
I just wanted to thank Bane for coming onto the voice chat.
Yeah, you could have saved that till afterwards, Rob. Bane.
You're
Sorry.
welcome.
Sorry.
And thank you for inviting me back, whoever did that. I assume it was Emma, but if P or Bev, thank
It was me. I felt nice. After we had a little interaction at Ranty's, I thought, I'll give you another chance.
you. It's good because I had 3 more tablespoons. Anyway, so yeah, we agree with almost everything, Bev. Right? It's really only the shape of the Earth we disagree with.
Well, you see, that's where we come into a little bit of a headway, right? Because I cannot see how you can have a parallel plane intersect, but you do, don't you? You have
No.
you found some way to have those horizontal lines and planes intersecting with each other. Mentally, of course, not
No,
actually. That would never happen. But mentally,
I don't actually understand that, Bev. I don't know what you're
I
trying
know
to...
you don't understand it. It's pretty
Well, can you
obvious
explain
you
it?
don't understand it. Yeah.
So there's a plane at my feet. Let's talk the tower again. There's a plane at my feet. There's a plane 10 feet below at your feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are parallel, right?
Yes.
There's a plane at Emma's feet, and then there's a plane at DP's feet, and then there's a plane at Rob's feet,
Yeah.
so on, so on. They're all parallel to each other, and they're all parallel to the horizon. But when am I saying those intersect? I don't know
No,
why
well-
you're saying that, because I'm not.
Okay, so you're not saying that parallel lines intersect.
No,
Okay.
like if you
and
think
you
about
you
it...
do agree that a horizontal plane is parallel to that of the horizon.
Yes, the horizontal plane at me is parallel to my horizon, yes. What I'm trying to say is that if you are on a tower 20 miles away, the plane at my feet and the plane at your feet are not parallel.
Well, they're both parallel to that of the plane of the horizon. So
No, yours is parallel to your horizon and mine is parallel to my horizon.
yeah, but the horizon is a straight line, right?
No, the horizon is a circle.
So it can't have a plane to it then.
Oh, it is a plane as well. I mean, no, the horizon is a circle created by the plane intersecting the sphere, or on a flat Earth, it's a circle
What's it
described
intersecting
by
with?
the distance. Sorry?
What's it intersecting with?
The plane of the horizon intersects the sphere of the globe.
Does it intersect with any lines that are parallel to it?
Any lines that are parallel to what? To
The horizon.
the plane?
Yeah.
Well, again, so I actually don't know the answer to this question. A line can be parallel to a plane, but can a line be parallel to a circle? I don't think so, but I think it can be parallel to the plane that the circle lies on.
Yeah,
Are we in agreement
if a
there?
circle's on a plane, then straight lines can be parallel to the plane, can't they? I mean,
Right. So that when I say, and I'll agree with you, and I think we do agree then, when I say a line is parallel to the horizon, I should say the plane of the horizon, right?
yeah. Well, what about if I said something to you like that went straight lines which are parallel to the same straight line are parallel to each other?
Yes.
That would make sense.
Yep.
Right, so planes which are parallel to the same plane would be parallel to each other.
Yes.
Okay, so can you see any way that you have straight lines which are parallel to the same straight line and intersecting with each other? Because I wouldn't like to try against that, right? Because
No, so again, I think we agree about most things. When we get to higher levels of math that I'm actually not very good at,
It's
that's
only
when
it's
people
only
start.
proposition 30. It's not like higher. I mean,
But
it's
yes,
before
but
Pythagorean theorem. 30. That comes in at 47. So it's a few before that, right? So it's not. I mean, do you call Pythagorean theorem high level
yep,
maths?
no,
No. Okay, so that what we've just gone over there with the straight line. I mean, that's
yeah, we
before
agree. We agree.
Pythagorean. So I'd call that a bit basic, wouldn't you?
Yes,
Okay,
but
so
we again.
but you
So
said
Bev,
we
I
you
guess my
said we
point
agree
was
on it. So I mean, that's fine.
right, and
Yeah.
I don't actually think we've agreed. We've only disagreed on one thing today, right? And that's. But again, so can I ask you a question or two now?
Yeah.
To you, is the horizon a line or is it a circle around you?
It's a straight line.
No matter what shape.
It's a straight line. It's a straight line because it is parallel to the plane of the horizon, horizontal. So
Okay.
it's a straight line. It has to be.
Okay, so let's go back to our desert island. If you're looking out ahead of you at 0 degrees, we
Yeah.
can we can call it one horizon away. Can we
It's
call
0
it 1 unit away?
degrees. So you zero in just a random point anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, straight north. Let's call it due north.
Okay. How are you establishing north? Compass
Whatever you want.
or sun?
It
Or like
doesn't.
how
Yeah,
we,
you could draw an X on the ground, and the one in front of you, we'll call that.
yeah, that's what I said. A
0.
random point. Okay.
Yeah, arbitrary. Sure.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
saves you having to decide how you're going to
And we'll
generate north.
we'll say that, yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll say the horizon, we'll just call it 1 unit to avoid doing any math, right?
Yeah.
That's one horizon unit away. 90 degrees to your right.
No, you can't have it. We can't have that as a unit. It could be variable. So we'll leave it as a
Right.
complete and
Again,
utter variable unknown, right? Or we'll just go with what we can see. Because we definitely can't put a distance to it.
Right. That's why we're just calling it 1 unit, right?
No, because there isn't. We can't put a unit to it. Said complete variable.
Okay, so let's call it X then.
Fine. So you're at the
We
center
go
point, and have we got like a line now, X length?
Between you and the horizon, yes.
Yeah. So we've got a
And
center
90
point and a
degrees to our
distance
right?
from that center point.
Right.
Yeah.
And the horizon to our right, 90 degrees, is X
Yeah.
or not X?
What do you mean?
Because we're at the center point.
It's a variable. But yeah, I know what you're going to do here. You've just I know you're going to do. You're going to put a center point and then describe X, which is a distance from that center point. And
Right.
you know what that is. That's how you describe a circle.
That's right. That's why I asked you, is the horizon a circle? And I thought you said no.
It's not a circle, no.
Well,
Because you want to put X as a distance. I said no, complete unknown. It is not a known value. So if you can't put a radius length on something, you cannot draw a circle. Whereas that's what you want to do. You want to sit there and put in your mind a center point and then a distance from that center point, which is exactly how you describe a circle. Like properly describe a circle. Not just not just that. I mean, like I'll give you the actual Euclidean proposition if you want. Just so you know.
Okay,
Postulate.
Okay, so let's get away from
postulate. Right. Okay. Postulate number 3. Right. And that a circle may be described from any center at any distance from that center. That's exactly what you did.
Great.
That's how you describe a circle.
Yes. Okay, so let's.
Right, so all you were doing there was describing a circle. Like, how do you think that will help to establish what you think a horizon is? But if you start off with a description of how you describe a circle,
No, I'm asking you if that's so. You're saying no. So let's start somewhere else then. Is that okay?
yeah.
Why start somewhere
Okay.
else? Bev has just shot your argument down in flames, and you want to go back and start somewhere else?
Yeah, let's try
Because
again.
he's saying it's not X anymore.
It's parallel, right, with the horizontal. Horizontal is parallel with the plane of the horizon. Therefore, geometrically, the horizon is a straight line, right? Because you decide to describe a circle doesn't really change the fact that the horizon is in a plane parallel to all horizontals.
Okay. So let's go to Pythagoras then. So if straight ahead, we'll call it X. Are we still okay with that?
Have I ever been okay with X? Because that, once again, is putting you at a centre.
No. It's at the end of a line. Let's call it the end of a line.
Like a water level.
A line segment.
Like a water level.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, hang on.
Okay, so
He just said line segment, Bev.
That's okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, because a line segment has a beginning and an end.
Yeah.
As opposed to a line
It's just
that
a line.
technically
Yeah.
wouldn't.
It's two extreme points, yeah?
Right. With endpoints. So I'm at endpoint A and the horizon is at endpoint B. Because we don't know the distance, can we call it X?
What?
The horizon is an unknown distance away, right?
Well, let's have something that rather than having unknowns, let's try and keep it in the realm of the known.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you want to call it?
Well, I don't know. What do you want to establish here? What your understanding of the horizon?
I just want to understand what you think the horizon is. So
It is in a plane parallel to all horizontals. Therefore, the horizon is a straight line geometrically. Now, when you look, it is the converging point of the sky where it apparently meets the ground or the water or the topography or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It is an apparent converging point. Now, it is apparent because you cannot measure a distance to it. So therefore, there is no point calling a distance to the horizon X, Bob, Fred, or curve. It doesn't matter. It is geometrically a plane parallel to all horizontals. Straight line.
So there's a whole bunch of different horizons. Because there's a horizon to my right, to my left, straight ahead.
Yep. And all of them are shared straight line segments. Yes.
That are horizontal to the plane of the horizon, but intersect.
Yes. And if you were to put a vertical plumb bob and hold it out to you, no matter where you turned, the plumb bob vertical would be perpendicular to the horizontal plane of the horizon out in front of you. Always.
I don't want you to take this as a dick question, because it's not, but I am confused. How many lines is the horizon? Infinite number of lines, or is it a finite number? Like, is there 4 horizons from my vantage?
The horizon is what you see when you look out horizontally, right? It is the apparent converging point of the sky with the land.
So you're saying there's only one horizon at a time?
How many do you see at a time?
Right. So you're saying the horizon is
how many is there then? How many is there? How many?
Well, I agree that there's only one. I just don't
Okay.
agree that it's a line.
It's not a
So
line
if you're
now.
if you and I are back to back, and Emma and DP are back to back on our right and left.
Yeah, I
Is
bet
that
they'd be touching each other up, you know.
well? We'll have plexiglass between us, and we'll wear masks.
You can if you want. I ain't. Not
All right,
fucking
well.
Emma up. I'm all there.
Yeah, you can. Okay, you can do what you want with Emma, and Bev and I will be.
Yeah, I don't.
6
I
feet from
don't
her.
want to be playing those games with you. No, definitely not.
But okay, let's say we're all 10 feet apart. Okay, facing 4 cardinal
Oh, I
directions.
thought I was touching Emma up.
You can touch Emma. Bev and I are 20
Jesus.
feet apart now. Are we okay with that?
Do I have to
We're
have
all
a
the
mask
same
on and touch him?
Is that Rob or whatever? Oh, that's Rob Keane, eh? I didn't know you were Canadian.
No, that wasn't Rob.
Oh,
Don't you know your voices yet?
no, I don't.
If people are
You don't
touching
know the voices in
Emma
your
up, I
head.
want to be involved. Like.
Okay,
Well,
I'm not even
apparently you
there.
have to put a mask on.
It doesn't help when I use like 3 different mics in a single day.
Wait, is that Rakia?
Also, do I get any? Do I get any say in this?
No, you don't.
No, you're being touched
Do
whether
you
you
have a
like it
mask
or
on?
not.
Fuck off! I'm
Take
not
your
wearing
pick,
a
darling.
mask.
I need to go to the toilet and make a brew. So, chat amongst yourselves. Talk about the horizon or something like that. Bane.
DP, do you mind, or Emma, do you want to talk about it? Or was that Brennan Toy?
What would you like to talk about?
I have got a point in a minute, Bev. Like.
It's up to you guys. Who?
I had a
That's
question for
Dave.
Emma and
Yeah.
Bev.
Yeah, I'll be back in a minute.
I want to put on the level in my name if that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. You carry on. Honestly, feel
Promotion
free.
for the server is all good.
Yeah, well, just the whole thing, and it's only a name.
Yeah, was that a sly dig towards me? That because my nephew set that up.
DP, do you mind continuing the conversation, or would Emma rather? Or
No, what would you like to talk about? Because you're obviously struggling with parallels and the horizon and all these things that you came here to talk about.
How are we struggling when we're agreeing, DP?
No, you are struggling.
With what?
Come on, DP, be nice.
Getting your parallel
Emma,
lines
I'm not,
to intersect. So how do you see the horizon then?
Two lines parallel to a plane can intersect each other as long as they're not parallel also with each other. Right?
The horizon is just one line, is it not?
Well, that's where I'm trying to. I think we have a different definition of horizon. That's what I'm honestly trying to get to.
Let's go back to us all being stood there back to back, shall
Right.
we?
Yes. So what I'm asking is, do we have 4 horizons there, or are we all looking at the same one, assuming we're all the same height? Which we're not, but assume we are.
And we all see 360 degrees around our own heads?
No.
No, so each one of us is looking at a horizon line.
At a different horizon.
No, it's not a different horizon.
It is unique to us.
It's still the same horizon line. Because if you're seeing 4 horizons, that's
hang on, let him speak.
That's a
No,
square.
actually, I like. Yes, exactly.
What?
But then you contradicting yourself because you said the horizon before is a sphere.
No, it's a circle.
But
caused by the intersection of a plane. Every time a plane intersects a sphere, it creates a circle, correct? The point of intersection.
If you have ever seen the horizon as a circle, please raise your hand now or say I. Nobody has ever seen the horizon as a circle.
No, that's right. But it still is a circle.
The proof is in the name of it. Horizon, horizontal.
No. What does horizon actually mean?
Look up the definition.
It's not called boundary circle, or what's it called? The limit of.
It's from one point of the Earth to another. It doesn't matter where you are on the Earth. Point A to point B is always going to be the horizon. It's always going to be level.
It doesn't mean limiting circle.
The circle doesn't even come into it much.
You've just established with Bev that you cannot form a circle. It has no end point. You put yourself at the center. You have no radius. You've just established that with Bev. So how can it be a circle if it has no radius?
So I'm stopped at the accident still. The word horizon derives from the Greek.
Now, hang on.
Separating.
How can it be a circle if it has no radius? I asked you a question. Are you going to answer that question?
I'm actually going to, just mute for a minute.
That's handy for you.
I think he's got a
Yeah,
call
I'm in an
or a
accident, so
message.
people are wondering why I'm supposed to be home by now. So they're wondering why I'm not. And I'm 10 minutes from work. So I have another 40 minutes to drive if this cleared up right now. Is that okay?
On you go.
You guys got him on the ropes.
Is that a valid point there, like a what?
I'd like him to define or explain to us how he can have a circle without a radius when he comes back.
Have we started with the semantics yet? Definition of horizon.
No.
Think he can bend it with a definition.
Not yet.
Definitions are meaningless.
Yeah, according to Rune.
Oh, you watch this in a minute. It's going to change. He can't get past the geometrical fact that it's parallel to the plane of the horizon, and it's two straight lines that are parallel with another straight line are parallel to each other.
Oh, he's ducked out, I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah, it seems to have fact off quite quick, like.
I genuinely think that he is making a phone call. He just got a message.
Yeah, I think he is as well.
I think he's close to tears.
You guys got him on the ropes or what? I missed all of it.
Well, I'd say so, but I don't know. How do you get past that parallel line thing? It started off as a bit of fun for a T-shirt, and now it's turning into a fucking classic. It's going to be a bestseller. It's the best conversation you can have with anyone.
Yeah. Genius idea, but
we could do with everybody now trying to find the definition of horizontal that doesn't fit.
I already have done, mate.
How many people are in the server now? How many people? Everybody go away.
I just try and Google horizontal.
20 people in the server now. Everybody go away. Come back with one definition of horizon. Try and find the most
horizontal.
One you can. Sorry, horizontal.
Yeah, horizon will just give you whatever, like he's going to do in a minute. A limiting circle of your vision or something like that. It'll come out as, because it's an apparent position, the horizon. But horizontal, that's the key.
We see and what we see to the end of our eyesight. It's not geometry. We're trying to turn it into some geometric place.
Yeah.
It's funny. How many different definitions of horizontal you think there'll be in 6 months?
Yeah. I don't know whether you can though, because it's mathematics, right? These are the fundamentals. You can't go messing about with them. Like, if anybody's got a Euclid book yet, and the elements, or just look up Proposition 30. You'll be shocked.
Baby should be live on YouTube right now.
Bev?
Yeah.
The definition of horizontal is a line that is parallel to the horizon.
Yeah.
Primary school
We
stuff.
we have Gently's channel with us, and
Wow.
we still have 50 if they wanted to join in.
I pulled up a few textbooks, and all the textbooks I've looked at define it as horizontal to the gravity vector.
Sorry?
What textbooks are you looking at?
Excuse me,
What are you
perpendicular
talking?
to the gravity vector.
What is perpendicular?
Citations there, maybe?
Right angle.
Instead of words?
No, what is perpendicular to the gravity vector?
Right angle, i.e.,
What?
horizontal. That's how it's defined in surveying textbooks.
Horizontal.
From what I'm looking at. Yeah, I also posted you earlier, Bev, geometry textbook talking about what a line is. And a line is an idealization.
Yeah.
It's not, it can never be a real thing, right? You can't have two perfectly parallel lines in reality. It's not possible. It's an idealization. I also posted you one of my books here.
That's your opinion. That is your opinion, remember?
Well, no. I mean, it sounds okay. I mean, we'll let him.
Yeah, but he hasn't cited anything.
Yeah, but
to back his
imaginometry,
opinion up.
DP. You give him a bit of his. He's got to have that. They'll go into meltdown.
Yeah, I know.
That's page 2 of the geometry textbook. And you can go to, I'll post genesis.org. You can go and look at as many geometry textbooks as you want. That's kind of the first thing they talk about is
It's
a
your
line.
first lesson, isn't it? You can't get anything.
Definitions.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you get
50
an idealization. It's not
Who's
real.
the father of geometry? Where's the rock bottom of geometry come from? The foundation.
Oh, fuck,
No, but where's the foundation of it?
Foundation in your my glutes.
Like Euclid, right?
Yeah, Euclidean, sure.
So
I mean,
wouldn't
that's
we
the
go
guy
to-
who.
Wouldn't we go there for the definitions?
He doesn't really define them very well, and a lot of
Really?
geometry textbooks talk about it. Like he says, basically,
What's not defined well?
point is something that do what?
What's not defined well?
For instance, he defines a point as something of no substance.
That seems like a pretty good definition.
That of which has no parts, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Or no
that's a little
magnitude.
vague.
So that's a good definition. What's wrong with that definition?
I don't think so. I think it sucks.
Pardon me?
Your
Try
mic's
telling that
getting
to you're
worse.
like
50. Oh, is that you, Gods?
No, I'm
I
sorry.
don't think it's me. I think it's
You're
50.
6th grader or your 7th grade math student.
Pardon me?
I didn't even hear what you
Try
said.
telling that definition to your 6th grade or 7th grade math student.
That's not the debate. The debate isn't whether a 5th or 6th grade math student can understand the definition.
It's not a good definition.
You said it wasn't clear. It is clear. He
I don't
made it
think
very
is. I don't
clear
think
what
it's
he
very
meant by a point. You just don't like it.
It's a little vague. I think it can be better defined by saying something that has, no length and no width.
Or no depth.
What do you think?
It's a little vague.
Excuse me, no height or no. That has basically no dimensions. It's dimensionless. It has no height.
That's exactly what the definition says.
In a vague manner. It's just a little.
No,
they
it's
just use
not
kind of funny
vague. It's
words.
very precise, actually.
That's what I just said.
I mean, that's.
Yeah,
but
has no
it also says it's an idealization, right?
It's still a
It's not something that.
Yeah, but your major complaint was there's problems with the definitions, and I said, what is the problems with the definitions? You've chosen to talk about the definition of a point. You haven't brought up any other concerns about definitions, and what you're saying, the way you would, not that it matters, but the way you would, in quotation marks, redefine it is exactly the way it's defined by Euclid.
I don't know if you could say that.
Okay, well, make your case.
I mean, I guess it's just up to personal preference. I just think it's vague.
It's not
And if
personal
it was
preference.
that,
It's defined fine if you understand the words, dude. Come on.
well, how come nobody uses that definition?
It doesn't matter if anybody uses it. Your argument was that it's not clear. It is clear. I don't care if only one person in the world uses it. Now you want to move the goalposts about how many people use it. Who fucking cares? You initially started by saying it's not clear.
I don't think it's clear, and I think it's the reason it's not used is because it's not clear. If it was clear, we
That's
wouldn't have
what
to
you
kind of
think. That's what you think. It doesn't matter what you or I think. It's still a clear definition.
I think by proof that it's not used in any modern textbooks by anyone. I've never seen it used ever in
Okay,
any
I'll
modern
remember.
textbook.
I'll remember this conversation with you when you want to start talking about fucking people hanging balls in a shed and measuring shadows.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I just interject here? Have you ever, 50, have you ever read Euclid at all?
Yeah. I mean,
right. So at step one is the definitions. Now, the first definition, what is that, 50, please?
Oh, yeah, I totally remember that one. That's, I don't know, Bev. Off the top of my head, give me a break. I just said
This is an axiomatic system, probably the finest in the world ever.
Oh, yeah, the finest in the world.
Right, yeah. And it starts with definitions. The first definition is that of a point.
I think you mean axioms.
No. Before the axioms becomes the definitions. You can't build upon anything unless you define your terms at the very beginning. And considering Euclidean geometry is an axiomatic system, it starts with a point. A point is that of which has no parts. It's nothing. From that nothing initial start, you define all of your terms. Then you go through the postulates, axioms, and then you go through the propositions to prove everything that you've just stated earlier.
We need to do another geometry.
We're using nothing to prove everything. That's a bit weird.
I know. That's where you start. You start at the beginning. You start with nothing. Yes, exactly. Welcome to geometry.
That's a little odd. Regardless, it's a idealization. It's not representative of basically what's in reality. An idealization.
Like triangles and circles and squares and angles and all of that sort of stuff that isn't representative of anything. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it is. Triangles and circles and squares and the relationship of all of that, Pythagorean theorem, trigonometry, all of that comes from geometry, dude. So, yes, it's very relevant. Every single bit of it.
I'd say it wasn't relevant. So let's go through Euclid. I mean, it's pretty short, isn't it, from my memory?
Don't know. Depends. Have you practiced any yet?
We need to do another geometry show, like Saturday or something.
The original, like his original, I don't know what the book's called, but I guess it'd just be proofs of geometry.
By the element.
The elements. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what you're looking for.
It's like the second most popular book ever.
So, the second most popular book ever?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Editions and copies and all that.
300 BC.
Mm-hmm.
Euclidean elements, or Euclid's Elements.
Are you seriously just Googling this now? Shocking.
Yeah, this is
Wait,
the first time ever.
Can we just find out what's number one?
The Bible.
Oh, yeah, the Bible. I would think number 2 would be some other religious textbook.
You would, wouldn't you?
But you'd be thinking wrong.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna
Yeah,
go
like-
by your
And if we're-
earlier way of thinking, then I guess that makes Euclid back in the game.
Pretty
Right?
popular, right? Consensus
Oh,
of
where you get
opinion.
that information from? Wait. Becoming Michelle Obama was the number 3. You sure Euclid's number 2?
We're talking not just
Yeah,
fish,
becoming
fish
Michelle Obama.
is most popular. You retard.
I'm fucking around, dick face.
Wow. Oh.
Someone's got some like feedback when other people
Yeah,
are talking.
I know.
I'm not sure who it is.
I don't know who it is. It's not me.
Mic check. Is it me? Mic check. Mic check. No.
No, it's
Not
when
you,
other
Nathan.
it's when other people talk.
Yeah, I think
at the
it's
same
50.
time as the other person. Oh, okay.
You know, these people have it set so whenever they're talking, it ruins the whole conversation if anybody else tries to interrupt.
Also, it is 10 to 10.
Yeah, Brandon time. Or thinking about what we're going to do about Brandon time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been live streaming over here, man. There's a million people.
Yeah. I've been recording it. I can put it out, but...
Cool.
Well, you're right. We should be live streaming.
Get Brandon to come over here.
You should do a 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is, 9 to 10.
After
Are
tea.
you, can you combine, like, you know how you can go, like, add multiple people on a private call or whatever in Discord? Can you do that with servers too? Probably not. I've never seen it, but
Well, add one server to
No.
another.
yeah,
No.
like for a specific amount of time or whatever. No.
Yeah, like join
No.
chats or something. That'd be a bit...
Yeah.
That
That'd
would be
be
really
cool.
cool if you could do that.
Yeah.
It would be cool, but I don't think that's possible yet. It's a way off.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
Citation for that, Bev?
Pardon?
That Euclid's Elements is the number 2, most published? I guess we were saying not best-selling.
So we have been asking you for citations for your bullshit all evening, and you've given us nothing. And you want a citation from Bev saying that Euclid is the number 2 best-selling book of all time. Are you serious?
Best-selling
Are you
book.
for fucking real?
I'm not so sure whether we said
Am I
best-selling, did
that
we?
I want,
It's not very popular at the minute, is it?
Reprinted or something?
I could print 500 million copies of something, but that doesn't really mean that much, does it? Right?
Yeah, whatever. You want to rubbish Euclid, that's your own business. Whatever.
Yeah, go ahead, 50. Carry on.
And who gives a fuck about your opinion? Nobody.
I'm not here defending Euclid, 50. I mean, like, if
Well,
you
not his
if,
books,
if you don't want to do anything, you don't want to look into it, or you don't want to learn anything, then that's up to you. Fine.
That's what I'm literally doing right this second.
And you came up with Michelle
I mean,
Obama.
we can't back it. I mean, we can't back it up. Just say so, Bev. It's okay.
Yeah, he's just being a dick.
You'll find it. Keep going. It'll be worth more when you find it for yourself, 50. I mean, that's the whole point of geometry.
You remember how many books were published?
Mm-hmm.
How many million?
Do you know how important the elements is? I'm guessing not.
As an engineer, I have no idea how foundational Euclid's principles are.
As an engineer, you are no engineer, man. No way. No fucking way. Don't even say that shit. It pisses me off.
Oh, I did piss you off. I'm so sorry.
You don't know shit.
That's what I'm an
Look at
engineer and be one, Clary.
Say it again.
So eat a dick. You want to see the you see the book I posted earlier? It's sitting on my table right here. Mechanical measurements, mechanical engineering book. Got another one right here.
You're an
Wow.
assistant with a school book?
Heat and mass transfer. I got another one right here. Thermodynamics 1 and 2. Oh, we got another one right here. Kinematics.
So you're a student with a school book.
Have you got that one called The Elements?
No, my references. I still have to reference this
have you
shit.
got Michelle Obama's? What was it?
Becoming Michelle Obama.
Oh, that's it. Becoming Michelle, from Michael to becoming Michelle.
Like you'd have a fucking with no say, talk about or anything. Clear. Give me a break.
Oh, why have we descended into this? Come on, children.
Because he's
got stuck.
Yeah. Why have we descended into this?
Dick.
I'm not a dick. Somebody else. You guys don't know that.
Fucking nonsense off him all night.
Basically pointless, and Brandon's is on in a minute.
Yeah. It's been fun, 50. I mean,
Yeah,
you were
coming.
You were a bit of a poor stand-in for Bane, but I guess Bane tapped out.
He ran away. He didn't just tap out. He ran away, Bev.
Have you got all the works on Imaginometry 50?
Better watch out for George.
When the arguments fail, they add Holmes abound.
Oh, that's a good one. Well done, Buster.
Better watch out for George, man. Brian Mullins was a professional engineer too.
Oh, isn't silence bliss?
Oh, it's been one hell of an interesting week,
Isn't it?
It's not finished yet.
Yeah, no, we still got a weekend to go. Bring it on.
They're bringing them all out, aren't they? Have you noticed?
Yeah. Have you noticed the server's been getting busier as well?
They must have sent them to every flat Earth server.
Yep, that's the whole point.
Who would have thought?
Reprogramming us.
Never.
Filling our heads with their ficking nonsense.
Making us talk shite.
Level lines are curved. You have got to be fucking joking.
Man, he said something earlier, man. I couldn't even believe what he said. I don't know, a couple hours ago? 3 hours ago?
Who, Bane?
No, what's his name?
50.
50.
They're absolutely deluded.
Your mic gives some horrific feedback, 50, when other people are talking.
Yeah.
He's
feeding it through, isn't he?
Yikes. It's when you start talking as well, when other people are talking. It's, yeah.
Rob, can you just do me a favour, mate? Can you kill your camera? It's sucking my bandwidth.
Suck my bandwidth.
I'm sure. I don't think he even realises this is on.
No,
Maybe.
I don't think he does. Oh, he's deafened, look. I'm going to have to disconnect him.
No, he's not deafened, he's just muted.
Who's Sour Oak? Sour Oak.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Wait, did the person share the thing that made him chuckle? I said. What was it?
Have you got that in English?
Excuse me.
Have you got that in English? That gibberish you just said. Can you kind of say it in English so we can understand you?
I'm picking up my mic now or something.
Your mic is awful, 50.
My mic was good on the
Could be the Jägermeister.
Mm-hmm.
Did he dip his mic in the Jägermeister?
You never
I think
know
my
what happened
hand's
the other
covering
night.
my mic at some point.
Take your hand.
I was
away
told
from
the
your
mic.
Sounds like you're drawing a rug over it every time you talk.
Step away from the mic.
You sound like you're on a globe. You can't get a good signal because you're spinning.
The mic out of the mouth.
Spinning out of control.
Have you been drinking
Oh, boy.
Jägermeister this evening?
No, I have not. It's barely evening.
So it's got to be evening someplace in the world. What's holding you back?
Here. It's evening
5 o'clock
here.
somewhere.
Well, I mean, I can start.
Well, we're going to go
I
over
think,
to
I think
Brandon's
you're
in a
fun
bit.
when you're drinking.
Has he changed the name of it yet?
I'm kind of a fun drunk. Yo, I can't find shit about Euclid being the second most published book.
Can
Yeah,
you
need
not?
to do your research.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah. You forget about it anyway. You don't need Euclid, do you? Bloody old dude. I bet he's got white hair. I bet he didn't even have a chalkboard to write on. It'll be no
Want to
good.
bounce over there?
Everything I'm finding is in terms of best selling, not most published.
Do your own research, man. Come on, get back to us tomorrow.
Stick to Harry
Literally what I'm doing right now. Did you not hear me?
Yeah, I think we're going over to Brandon's anyway. So
Instead of that, maybe you should just focus on reading some of it.
I'm going over there. See y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.